Welcome to Electrified. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. A quick shout out to Angel or Angel A, James B, William C, and Don L. Thank you all for choosing to use my Tesla referral link, and congratulations on your new Tesla. I believe my link should have one use left, so if you need one, it'll be down in the description below. And seriously, to all of you that have chosen to use it, I cannot thank you enough. And an update, as I was recording, William E also used my link. So William, congratulations on your new Tesla. Thank you for using my link. And if anybody else tries it and it does not work, please shoot me an email and just let me know. I would like to do a little something for you guys. So if you've used my link, shoot me an email when you get a chance and we'll go from there. Elon's been at some meetings for Doge, and at one of them he was asked if he would want to get rid of the $7,500 tax credit, to which he said, "I think we should get rid of all credits." There are no guarantees right now, but based on all publicly available information, it's looking like the tax credits will go away sometime next year. You know how we said Trump was open to Chinese companies setting up factories in the United States for US production? Well, it looks like we're about to get that as soon as next year. Chinese electric truck startup Windrose is planning to set up a US assembly plant in 2025. The plant will be located in Georgia, where it'll piece together the chassis and other vehicle parts made in China to serve US customers. US buyers account for the majority of the company's existing order book of 6,400 trucks, which it aims to make and deliver over the next 3 years. The Windrose CEO said the tariffs on imported trucks are much lower than those on cars. The only customer they mentioned so far is Nike. Windrose's heavy truck will compete directly with the Tesla Semi at the same price of about $250,000. As you'll see, these Windrose trucks look an awful lot like the Tesla Semi. They have 729 kilowatt-hour battery packs, and they'll be using chargers from Borg Warner that can do up to 960 kilowatts. The range on these trucks is expected to be about 416 miles when fully loaded, but it's not clear on what cycle, as that testing was done by the company. You may have heard some of this earlier this year, but the news is that this week Windrose announced the rollout and initial deliveries of its flagship truck, the Windrose R700, to one of the leading global logistics providers, Carry. And they clarified deliveries in the US are planned for the first half of 2025. We should get more concrete US specs once these deliveries begin, and if there are no delays, that means Windrose would actually beat Tesla to its home US market. You guys know me, I love the competition. I think long term it's a good thing for Tesla. This should give them a little extra motivation to get things going at the new factory, but either way, the market's big enough to support multiple companies making EV trucks. And everybody's lungs will be the winners here, as in 2022, medium and heavy duty trucks made up 23% of the transportation sector's greenhouse gas emissions. Jan from the EV Universe got to ride in this truck, and he said the Windrose team said the cab is so similar to Tesla's because there aren't really better options to go with if you want to make a truly aerodynamic truck. Looking at the interior, also very similar to Tesla's: central seating, 2 screens, and then 2 extra screens instead of the side view mirrors. Windrose also taking the camera-based approach. However, one key point I don't see any articles really talking about: this Windrose company is effectively a startup. It was founded in March 2022. But we know that Windrose is not going to have anywhere near the efficiency of this guy, the Tesla Semi. I thought this was pretty cool. Somebody from Tesla got an actual Easter egg and put it on top of one of the semis at Giga Nevada. And Heinrich Zane spotted it in his recent drone video. Dan Priestley did comment saying, "You found it." Of course, it's a small thing, but as we know, it's a microcosm of the company that Tesla is, one that likes to have fun along the way. The truth is, I don't know too many other companies that do Easter egg things like this, but let me know if you know of any. Just to follow up on the Consumer Reports ratings, yesterday we talked about the reliability. Here's one talking about overall brand satisfaction. So despite those reliability challenges for Tesla that have been reported, Tesla comes in third, as 72% of owners said that they would buy another one again. And Rivian's at the top of the list, getting a 5 out of 5 satisfaction score, with 86% of customers saying they'd buy one again. And BMW sits in second. A quick look at the bottom 5 shows us Chrysler, Nissan, VW, Mercedes, and Jeep. Tesla was second behind Porsche for driving experience. Tesla was second behind Chrysler for cabin storage. And Tesla was second behind Rivian for ownership cost. Again, I'm not that interested in Consumer Reports data, but I don't want to be a gatekeeper and figured I would round out this story. We had Amjad Masad, who's big in the tech space and specifically in programming. He's also the CEO of Replit. He said, Tesla's FSD has gotten so good, I basically stopped driving. I just don't know what to do with my hands now. Elon did share that, but the news here is that Yoon Tasai, a Tesla engineer, said we probably should put a massage seat. As someone who switched from a Honda CR-V, of course the Model Y seats are very comfortable as is, but a massage feature would take them to the next level. Ashok chimed in with a meme saying this isn't even my final form. Tesla put out a new blog post with some winter driving tips. The only one I wanted to share that I know not all of you are using right now is the scheduled departure. Basically, this just gets your battery ready, sets the cabin temperature where you want it so when you start driving, it's as efficient as possible. Tesla has updated the look of its inventory page, as you'll now see these icons for each listing telling you the paint color, the wheel size, and the interior color. Then if you hover, you get even more detail. Minor changes, but continuing to make the experience a little bit better. The man himself, Brian from Futuraza, got some new details about the Cybercab as he was at one of those recent events and got to talk to some of the engineers. And by the way, he said he's doing a video series on this, so if you're not subscribed to his page already, I would highly encourage you to do so.
When this door is fully extended, it doesn't stick out any farther than a Model S door partway open, because the Cybercab at the cabin is 200 millimeters narrower than a Model S. Model S is a wide car, but you never heard people saying they'll never build it because the doors will be too big. Some cars have big doors. So the doors are not the issue. Having that single point, that single pivot point, means it's very simple. It's a simple, cheap, easy solution. A lot of channels have speculated those doors are not final. From the people responsible for building it to be manufactured, we have been assured that this design is as similar to the final version as the Cybertruck prototype was to the final Cybertruck design. You may see some differences. You may even be able to put them side by side, but you won't actually notice them. This is the real car. These doors are the real doors. I did check. It knocks like plastic. The whole car knocks like plastic. I asked, they said these are carbon fiber because for making 20 of them, it was easier. The final will not necessarily be carbon fiber. I said, will it be plastic? They said, we don't actually know. It might be aluminum. It might be plastic. It might be carbon fiber, but it will not be stainless steel because the weight penalty and the difficulty of creating it the first time and repairing it are too great. And the body panels will not necessarily be structural, so they can be easier to repair.
I'm pretty sure Brian drove 14 hours both ways to go to this event and get these details for us. And again, more videos coming on his channel, so it'll be below. Go show this man some love. That new Rivian charging site at Joshua Tree is not just a one-off, but their next-gen Rivian Adventure Network stations are going to be open to all EVs. For now, they're still using CCS, but again, you can use an adapter if you have NACS. But this year, Rivian expects to open additional charging locations at sites in Texas, Colorado, Illinois, Montana, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New York, which means that's happening in just over the next 3 weeks. Joseph Carlson, who's a pretty well-known finance YouTuber, was talking up Waymo and their ability to scale. He shared the rides per week data that we've been talking about and then said Waymo is scaling quickly and they have good reason to become profitable over time. This post got a lot of traction, so I just wanted to clarify, scaling rides is not the same thing as scaling the number of vehicles and the number of cities. Again, not to diminish the progress Waymo is making, I'm rooting for them, I'm just saying they're still only in a handful of cities and their total vehicle fleet is still under 1,000 as far as we know. So my argument is to scale to thousands of cities with millions of vehicles is still a major question mark. And sure, Waymo is making incremental cost reductions, and yes, the price of LiDAR is going down over time, but guess what? Not using LiDAR at all is still going to be even more cost effective. Alexandra shared an update on what she found about the timeline for Elon's appeal for his pay package. She said we're looking at 30 days to appeal, 60 days for the opening brief by Tesla, 30 days for a reply brief by Tornetta, 30 days for a reply brief by Tesla, up to 90 days later oral argument session, usually 60 days, the Supreme Court only sits on Wednesdays, and then a decision 90 days later. And her conclusion is we may be looking at November of 2025 to get a resolution. But remember, each step does not have to take that long. Things absolutely could move faster. Joe Tetmeyer shared another Easter egg of sorts that Tesla is working on, this time at Giga Texas. It looks like at the exit of the boring tunnel, it's going to have a Cybertruck aesthetic, however they decide to finish this. So we might have Cybertrucks driving themselves autonomously out of a Cybertruck-shaped tunnel. What a time to be alive. Max from the Supercharger team said on X, pre-assembled superchargers, which we'll be seeing more of in the Nordics. Another benefit from Tesla doing it that way is that they can keep building them even in freezing temperatures. When it comes to Tesla stock, there was a lot of confusion out there today about, was it an all-time high? Wait, or was it just the market cap? What about the stock price? So just to clear all of that up, here's where the confusion came in. So back in November 2021, when Tesla stock set an all-time high of about $409 per share, the outstanding share count around that time was just over 1 billion shares. And then since that time, Tesla did a 3-for-1 stock split, so you would need to multiply that number by 3, which is just over 3,012 million. And as of the end of Q3, Tesla's outstanding share count was 3.2 billion. So rounding and doing the math, Tesla has issued an additional roughly 198 million shares over that time frame. And of course, if you have more shares outstanding multiplied by the same share price, that's going to give you a much higher market cap. The main driver of the increase in outstanding share count is from stock-based compensation, but it could be from convertible bonds and some other things as well, but that's the main one. Thus, to set a new record intraday share price, we'd be looking at about $415 to break that mark. And the highest ever closing price was $409.97, so 410 would do the trick. But at Tesla's new market cap of 1.25 trillion, and yes, I double checked with the outstanding share count, the most recent data we had, that does set a new record for Tesla's largest market cap of all time. Before, it was 1.24 trillion. And listen, it's been a fairly long time coming, so I think there's no better way to celebrate than with a shot of Tesla tequila with you all, celebrating all of the exciting things going on with Tesla right now. Not to get in my feelings, but the truth is I love getting to do this. We have an awesome community. It really is a very exciting time to be alive. So to all of you that have been around for this story, cheers to good health, wealth, and many blessings to you and yours. Pretty good. Hope you all have a wonderful and a safe weekend. Please like the video. If you did, you can find me on X, linked below. And a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters.